Hi, greetings to you all. Welcome back to my channel. This is Net Solution, and this video tutorial I'll be showing you guys how you can solve your arithmetic formatter. Okay, how to solve arithmetic formatter on freecodecamp. Okay, in this video tutorial I'm assuring you that after this tutorial you will never find it difficult to solve this arithmetic formatter again. Okay, no matter what might be your issue, I will cover everything here. Okay, I'm assuring you that I will cover everything here. I will show you guys where you have not been achieving it. Okay, even though the right code was given to you, you have gotten the right code to paste on the replete. Okay, to paste on the replete and run it. Even though you get the right code and paste it there, yet it still gives you an error message. Yet it doesn't work, it still gives you an error message. I will cover everything in this tutorial, and I am assuring you that after this tutorial you will never get that error message you are getting again, and you get this arithmetic formatter perfectly. Just follow my steps and write as I'm writing. Once you get the code correctly, no matter the error message you normally got before, it will never repeat itself again. There is only one error message which normally occurs while doing this, and the error message is this. I saved the error message on my file because I got the error message several times, even though I copied the already made code which others has been using and was succeeding. Even though I copied and paste on my replete, yes, I still receive an error message. Then I screenshot everything and then write the code and save it on my file. Here is the error message I always receive, and which I know many of you has been receiving. Here is the error message. It always tells me this. Okay, it always tells me trace back most recent call last 5 men. That's the error message is from bytest import men. Now it tells me model not found. Okay, model not found error. This is the error message, model not found. And what is that model not found? The model not found is bytest. Okay, it tells me no model named bytest. That is, there is no model named bytest on my program, and this is the error message I've been gotten, model name error. Okay, and don't mind where it is. I screenshotted everything and pasted it on my file. Okay, now I will get you covered, because I know majority of you will get the same error message, because I was getting the error message. I tried this several times, yet I couldn't receive a solution. Okay, but finally I later solved it. I will show you guys how I solved the error message and how you can type your code and then pass the arithmetic formatter. Here is the question. You can see here. Here's the question, and the question is the same. Once you're doing the assignment on freecodecamp, your question is the same question with mine. Okay, no matter the year you did yours, once it's arithmetic formatter, it's the same thing. Okay, now here is the question, and here's everything. Okay, now remember I clicked on arithmetic formatter. Okay, let me go back a bit and show you guys how I came there. Okay, here is it. I've go through all their courses. You can see here 56/56. I've go through all their courses, and then I've done a lot with their courses. Okay, here is it. I have go through all their courses and I have done a lot. And then here is the arithmetic formatter. If I click on it, then it lists me here. Now I click on work on this project with replete. Okay, once I click on that, it opens the replete. It imports it from GitHub. Okay, now the language is Python and the GitHub is freecodecamp. Just click on import. Don't change anything here. Just click on import from GitHub. Once you click on import, it will open and then show you a window. And once this window is open, the next step we are going to do here is to click. Remember here they said you should start by importing the project, which we just did. Then next you will see a replete window. Select use run command and click done. Use run command and click done. Okay, now back here, let it open. It's still loading. Once it opens, you are going to select use run command and then click done. Okay, here is it on .replete. Okay, on .replete, which was what we saw there. Okay, now it says use run command. We should select this. Once you select this, you click done. Okay, according to their requirements here, just click done and then wait for it to save and then open a window. Now here is everything. Here is the arithmetic. Here is the main.py, and here is the test model. Okay, on this test model, what is happening here is that we are going to run after writing your code. Remember, I said I will carry you along. Okay, how to do this is you will write your code on arithmetic arranger, that is on this folder. On this, you are going to write your code here. After writing your code, just write all of your code here. After writing your code, then you here on main, you import your code here. From PyTest, import main. Then from arithmetic arranger, import arithmetic arranger. Okay, I said I'll carry you guys along, just pay full attention. Okay, this is where you will run the main. Okay, not where you write your code. You wrote your code on arithmetic arranger, but you're not going to run the code which you wrote here. Okay, what you will run is main. Okay, this is why you have been getting error. This is another error we normally get if you are trying to run this. If you are trying to run this, you might be receiving error because the test model will not work, because the test model is trying to run everything. In this test model, this is import test, PyTest. Okay, the PyTest was imported here and not here. There's no PyTest here, and it was imported here. The PyTest is here and the arithmetic arranger is here. Okay, this is PyTest, this is arithmetic arranger, and then here in main, the both of them is here. Here is the PyTest and here is arithmetic arranger. All the code you have written has been imported here. You can see from arithmetic arranger, import arithmetic arranger. Your code which you have written was in the same directory, it has been imported here, and the code which has been written on PyTest is already here. Okay, is already here. The PyTest is already here. Okay, now we are going to run this. Once we run this, it will make use of the code here, and then the test model will be testing all of them and be printing out your results one by one, and at the same time giving you your score. Okay, now you don't need to touch this. You don't need to touch the test, the main.py and the test model. The only place you need to touch is the arithmetic arranger, and then check here. Arithmetic arranger is the name of the function which they created here. Arithmetic arranger, you can see here, this is the name of the function. Okay, you are expected to work with the name of this function. If you change the name of this function, you will receive an error message because it was not imported here. Okay, if you want to change the name of the function, make sure that if you change the name here, you have to come back here and also change the name in this too. Okay, you have to come back here and change the name, and also change the name here. Wherever it occurs here, you have to change the name. So it's better you leave the name like that. Okay, because the name will be imported. Once you change the name and they're trying to import with this name, it won't work. You will receive an error message. So do not try to do that. Do not try to change the name. Okay, this doesn't matter. You can change this name to s anything else. Okay, because this is not the one that they will call, rather they will call this. Okay, now let's write the code. Okay, now they have created a function for us by naming the function arithmetic arranger. Okay, and the parameter they pass in was just problems. Here we are going to pass in two parameters, problems and then show answer, that is the answer or anything at all. Okay, we are going to pass in two parameters. We say one should be problem and the other one should be, let's say, show answer. Okay, show answer, and we're going to set it to be false. Okay, we're going to set it to be false. If you check the question, they said if this happens to be true, print this. If it happens to be false, print this. Just set it to be false. I'm sorry, set it to be false. The test model will handle both the true and the false. Okay, just set this to be false. Okay, here they said it shouldn't be more than 5, so we're going to check the problems. If the problems occurs more than 5 times, we use if len problems. that is this. We have called this here. Is greater than 5. I think we are having issue here. If len problems is greater than 5, then you have to return error. Okay, if len problems is greater than 5, we have to return error, too many problems. Okay, this is why we are receiving error. As you can see, this red line here means an error. Okay, we did not indent these things. Okay, we have to indent this. Okay, let me return this back. Undefined name. Don't worry, let me comment this. Let me comment on this guy. Okay, now if the length of the problems is more than 5, return error, too many problems. Okay, now let us continue. Now we're going to write in a dictionary. Okay, we're going to call this dictionary arranged problems. Okay, we're going to write in the code here. The name of the dictionary is arranged problems. Here in this dictionary, we're going to provide the first line of the code, the first line of the arithmetic. Maybe let me say maybe 200. You want to calculate 200 plus 400. Okay, let me say the first line is 200, the second line is 400, the third line is the dash, that is the dash line in between them, and then the fourth line should be the answer. Okay, here we are going to pass in the first line. The first line here is the dictionary. First we are going to set it to be an empty list, then you add a comma. Okay, you add a comma and continue. The second line, we are going to also make it to be an empty list, add a comma, then the dash line. Okay, empty list, then the next one is the answer line. Okay, now you have created the dictionary. We have to come out of the dictionary and then use a for loop to check, to iterate over the problems. Okay, for problem in problems, for problem in problems. Okay, in problems. Operand 1 operator and then operand 2. Okay, operand 1 operator and operand 2, something like the operand, what the user inputs. Okay, the digit, the operator, which is something like the plus sign, and the digit again. Okay, the operand 1 operators, operand 2 equals to, remember I want to check the problems, equals to problems, equals to problem dot split equals to problem. Here's the problem. Okay, equals to this, not this, that's not this, equals to problem dot split. Now right inside a for loop, we are going to use if statements to do some things. If operators not in plus and minus. Okay, if operators not in plus and minus, then we have to return something. So this should not be a curly bracket, it should be a block bracket. That's the list. If operators not in plus or minus, remember the question says if the user's input is not plus or minus, we should pop up an error that the user should use the plus or minus. Okay, now let's return error. Operator must be either plus or minus. Okay, operator must be either plus or minus. Now let's say operator must be plus or minus. Okay, now using if statements again, we're going to check the length of the operand 1 and then operand 2, because according to the question it says the length of the code, the digit that the user will provide, should not be more than 4. According to the question, they said it should not be more than 4, which is to say if you are typing, let me say you cannot calculate 10,000 plus 10,000 because the digit is more than 4, so it should be from 4 down, something like 1 plus 1, 4 plus 4, 400 plus 400, that is 4 digits. Okay, now you are going to use if statement to check the length. Okay, now we're going to say if not operand okay, first let us check the digits. Let's check the digits. If the user's input is not an integer. Okay, if it's not an integer, we have to provide an error. Okay, if not operand 1 dot is digit, or if the operand 1 is not digit or operand 2 is not digit, return error. Number must only contain digits. Okay, that is what they need. Once the user entered what is not digit, return an error and say I'm sorry, and say the error number must only contain a digit. Okay, now let's check the length of the user's input. If len, len is used for checking length. If len operand 1, if len operand 1 is greater than 4, they say it shouldn't be more than 4, is greater than 4, or len operand 2 is greater than 4. Okay, if the both is greater than 4, we have to do something. Now if it is greater than 4, return an error. Return an error that says numbers can't be more than 4 digits, or number shouldn't be more than 4 digits, something like that. Numbers can't be more than 4 digits. Okay, now we are going. Then after this, we have to check the maximum length and then other things, arrange every other things. Now we are going to say width is equals to mass, that is maximum, bracket len bracket operand 1 comma len brackets operand 2. Okay, here we are going to add plus 2. Okay, this plus 2 we add like 2 spaces or so at the end of this. Okay, at the end of this it should add either 2 dash or so. Don't worry, when we run it you see that you need to add plus 2. Now here we're going to call the arranged problems. We are going to call the arranged problem, which is the dictionary. We are going to call the dictionary here and pass in some of the keys here and then fill in the value. Here is the key and the empty strings are the value. Okay, now we call the dictionary. The name of the dictionary is arranged problems. Okay, arranged problems. I shouldn't. Arranged problems. We are going to pass in the keys using a list. We are going to pass in the key using a list. Now the first key there is the first line. Okay, the first line. Then we're going to say plus or equals to operand 1, plus or equals to operand 1 dot r just. Then where do you want to shift it? We want to shift the width. Okay, then plus space. Okay, we give space here. Okay, what happened here is that here is the dictionary arrange problems. Now arrange problems, we take in the first key, which is the first line of where the user's input will be. Maybe the user wants to remember is in arithmetic order. The first line might be 400 plus the second line will be maybe 200. The first line is 400, the second line is 200. Okay, so here is the first line, which should be the 200, I say for instance, and then the first line we set it to be equals to the operand 1. We set it to be equals to the operand 1, which is the first input of the user. Then this arrow just here is something like adjusting the user's input, adjusting the formation on how you want to set it. Okay, now the first line is there, then we want to shift other ones by going the arrow here means right. Okay, means right, shifted them to the right hand side. Okay, that is it. And this thing here, this width means means everything here. Okay, remember here is the width, and then all these things are fixed on the width, which is the mass operand, the length of the operand, and the length of the operand 2. Okay, plus a little bit space at the back. Okay, that is it. The arrow just means shifting this. Okay, shifting this by the right hand side. Now let us continue. Now the next one is arranged problems in list, which is the second line. Which is the second line. We do the same thing, plus or equals to operand, plus or equals to, okay, that should be operator, plus or equals to operators, then plus empty string, give space, and then plus operand 2 dot arrow just, then in bracket width minus 2. Okay, plus empty string space. Here the arrange problems, the second line should be plus or equals to the operator, which is the plus sign, then plus space. This plus here means plus space, it will be splitting them in space. Okay, we should use split also, but this space here means give space and plus other things. The operator, after the plus sign, there should be, maybe let me say 200, there should be 200 like this, and we don't want it to be like this. We want after the plus sign, let there be a space, okay, or even more spaces depending on how you want the space to be. Let there be a space like this, okay. That is what we mean by plus space. After the operator sign, then it gives space, and then add the second operator, the second number which the user inputted, then arrow just give space and then push it a little bit right, okay. Now let us continue. The next one should be the dash line. Arrange problems, list the dash line. Plus or equals to what we want to use as the dash. We want to use underscore or just dash, single dash, okay, times the width, that is the total width of the code, times the width plus an empty string. I gave 2 spaces here. Why is this showing me an error message? Okay, why is this thing showing me an error message? Dash line. Undefined name. I think I should copy this thing. Oh, don't worry, let's continue. I'll check that later to see if there's an error there. Okay, now after that, after calling the dash line, the next step is to use if statement to show answer if show answer. If show answer, that is if the show answer, then continue this. If show answer does exist, then do this. We are going to say if operators is equals to plus. If operator is equals to plus, that is if the user's input is plus, then we are going to say answer equals to operand 1, okay, then plus operand 2. If the user's input is plus, we are going to say operand 1 plus operand 2, which is the first thing the user enter plus the second one. Okay, now we are going to typecast this to be an integer, because it should be an integer in order to work accurately. The same thing here, int. Okay, we have typecast them to be an integer. Now as you can see, it's showing an error message at the red line. Now we are going to turn this to be a string. After concatenating as an integer, then it prints out as a string. Okay, we are going to set it to be a string. Everything here, we set everything here to be a string. Okay, now after doing that, we are going to check again else. Else answer is equals to the user's inputs, operand 1 and operand 2. Operand 1 and then operand 2, we are going to turn it again to an integer. The same thing here. It shows red, means this is a string. Now we are going to typecast all of them. After concatenating as an integer, we turn it to a string. Print out the result as a string. Okay, if the user's input is plus, do this, else do minus, because if it is not plus, it should be minus. If it's not the both of them, then it will raise it should tell the user error up here. Okay, the operator must be plus or minus. Okay, if it's not one of these, it will give this error message. If it is one of these, then it should be this or this. Okay, that is why the if or else. Okay, now after the two of them, we are going to say arrange problems. Now we are going to call the show line. Okay, arrange problems, then show line, answer line. Plus or equals to answer dot arrow just. We are almost done. Now we are going to set the arranged output. We'll call the first line dot arrow just. Sorry, arrow split, right split. Strip. Okay, arrow strip. Okay, here we said arrange outputs equals to arrange problems, the first line, and then this stroke n here means new line. After you must have run the first one, give a new line, run the second one, give a new line, run the dash line. Okay, that is what is showing here. Then after this we are going to run the show answer line. This will help us to place the code line by line, something like, let me just say 356. Now after this the next one should be, let me say 244. Now these things are in the same line, so because of the help of the stroke n, the help of this, because of this, it will now turn this under. Okay, which is what we are looking for. Now after this one, because of the help of the stroke n, it will also turn the next one under and write it under there. That is what the stroke n means. Now we're going to use if statement to check for the answer, because the answer is said to be false. If it is true, then run this. If it is not true, forget about it. So it shouldn't be added here. You should be use if statement to check if it is true. If show answers. The stroke n for the new line. If show answer, then the output should start from the new line, which is the stroke n. Plus arrange problems. Then on the list we are going to pass in the answer line on the dictionary. Okay, we're going to pass in the answer line, which is the last line there. Then dot arrow strip. Now we are going to return this. Use a tab to indent it. Now I have indented it with a tab, so it will be under the def. Okay, it will be under the function. Okay, now we have written all the code. We have written all the code here. Just come down and write all this code. Once I've written all the code, then we are going to come back and run it. I'm having a red line here. What might be the issue? Okay, let's run this first and see. Now I'm not going to run it here on the arithmetic arranger. I'm going to run the main.py, okay, because it has everything I've written. It has everything here. Now once I click on run, okay, you can see it's working, but it says an exit code status 1. Okay, model not found, no model named by test. Okay, you can see it, no model named by test. This has been an error message many of us will be receiving. No model named by test. This is an error message many of us will be receiving, and you need to solve this. Now to solve this is an error message I have been receiving for a long time. To solve this, now what you need to do is to install PyTest on your Replit.com, on your Replit account. Okay, it says no model found, model not found. Okay, model not found error, no model named PyTest. Okay, now to do that, we are going to come to shell. We're going to come to shell. If shell is not here, I believe it should be, you should see it somewhere here. I believe you see it on tools. On tools, you should see shell here. Okay, you can see shell here. Just click here and it will open, but I have mine here. Just click on shell and then write in pip install pytube. Okay, to install the pytube, once you click on enter, you should start up the installation. Okay, you can see it's installing. Without doing this, you keep on getting error. This is the major error many of us will be receiving because you won't be aware of the installation. Okay, I think the installation is done. Let's run this once more. Let's run this once more and see. The same thing, no more than named pytests. Okay, this is why we are receiving the error message. We pass the dash line in as a variable, while it should be a string, just like this ones. It should be a string. Okay, the red line has gone. Okay, let's run this once more. Before that, let me try to check if the pytube was installed successful. Let's type in python 3. Oh, I'm sorry, this shouldn't be pytube. You shouldn't be install pytube. Okay, we are not trying to install pytube. What you are supposed to install here is pytest. Okay, it's pytest. That is my error. Just type in pip install pytest. Come here, type in pip install pytest. Okay, pip install pytest. Ensure that the spellings are correct. Okay, now once after that, hit on enter. Syntax error. Okay, let me clean this up. Okay, let us close shell and open it again. Let's close shell and come here, then open shell. Okay, now it has given us the right format. Okay, now let us type in pip install pytest. Okay, hit on enter. Unknown command install. Okay, sorry, I missed s should be here. Now we're going to run it again. Pip install pytest. Okay, run it again, hit enter. As you can see, it's running. This is now installing pytest for us. Okay, I think it has successfully installed pytest. Now this is why we have been receiving error. You'll be receiving error once you do not install pytest on your replets. To install pytest, you need to sorry, you need to come over to the shell and then type in pip install pytest. Okay, now once you have installed the pytest, now let us run the program again. Back to console, click on run. I still show an error message, and what is the error message? Return arrange problems, unbound local errors. Okay, the problem is in line 7 and line 43. Okay, now on line 7, second line, which is arranged problems, line 43, which is the last one, return arranged problems. Okay, sorry, this should be return arranged outputs, not problems. Okay, arranged outputs. Remember, in default they set it to be arranged problems. Okay, once I imported the free code program, the free code project on my Replit, in default they gave me the function and then the return statement. In default they set it to be arranged problems, but I want to change it to arrange outputs. Okay, arrange outputs, which is this. Okay, the output is what we want to return, not the problems. Now let us run this once more. Remember, I'll have to run on main. I'm on main now. Click on run. Line 43 again. Okay, now it keeps on giving us an error message. Now as a programmer, you need to, as a beginner, you have to be friendly with ChatGPT. Hope you know what is ChatGPT. If you don't know what is ChatGPT and how to use it, I have made a video already and the link is on my description. There, go and watch more about ChatGPT. Now I found out the error already, but I want to introduce you more into ChatGPT. Okay, what you have to do is to, once you have searched for the problem and then it seems as if you can't find the problem, okay, what you have to do is to copy this whole code, and then paste it to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to check if there is an error. Now I have marked all of them by pressing Ctrl A. I have settled all of them, and then I press Ctrl C to copy. Now I have copied the block of code, and then I've come to the website, the ChatGPT site, and the website is chat.openai.com. okay, chat.openai.com. Here is the ChatGPT. Here in this code, I'll ask him to I'll paste the code which I copied. I have pasted the code. This is all the code. I have pasted it, and then here I'll give space and then ask him to check if there is an error. Check for an error. Okay, once I hit enter, it will check for an error and give me the result. Okay, as you can see, it's writing. It's still writing. Okay, it's rewriting the code for us. But here it says the provided code seems to be an implementation of a function. Okay, after all these things, then it also has an optional parameter show answer, which is set to true. The add and the answer. Okay, key changes. 1. Adjust the indentation to ensure that the return arrange output statement is aligned with the function defined. Okay, adjust the code. Okay, it says we should adjust the from arrange output statement so that it will align with the function, which means that is an indentation error. The next one is fix the while calculation. Okay, correct the variable name operator to operator for consistency. No, this is not the major thing I need. What I needed most is this. It says indentation error. Okay, let's regenerate and see which answer it will give us. Okay, fine. I've regenerated, and it says number 1 is indentation errors issues. The code you provided has indentation issues which might be causing problem when running the code. Okay, mismatching parentheses, these are mismatching. The first one is indentation from arranged problems to arrange output. That is what it says, from arrange problem to arrange output. Okay, as you can see here, this code here is under the if statement. From here to here is under the if statement, so it should work under here, but that's not how it's supposed to be. This if statement ended here. If problem exceed 5, print error. Problem too many problems, then end. The program should end here and not continuing from here. Okay, so we have to bring this back to the function. Now to do that, we have to mark all these. You have to mark all this. I think I should start from here. Mark all this and then hold shift and press tab, so it will go back a bit. Okay, as you can see, I hold shift and press tab. Now it has go back and it have aligned under the function. Okay, it have aligned under the function and not under the if statement again. Okay, now let us run this once more and see. Once I click on run, let's wait. Another error occurred, line 7 and then line 23, arithmetic arranger. Okay, let's check back on ChatGPT. I think it gives us that error that time. Mismatch parentheses, there's a mismatch closing. I'm sorry, there's a mismatch closing parameters in this line. And what line is that? Okay, on here there's a mismatch closing parameters on here. 1 2 1 this okay, I didn't close this. Okay, I've closed that. Okay, it has worked. This bracket and this bracket, this and this and this. Should we check for other errors? Mismatch parameters. Okay, any other error? Variable scope. The arrange outputs variable is defined inside the for loop. If the loop okay, don't worry, let us run the program first before we can check for other errors. Remember to run the program on main, click on run. Time failed. Okay, the program run but failed. Okay, let's come back to ChatGPT. The arrange output variable is defined inside the for loop. If the loop doesn't execute due to an error condition being met, then the variable won't work. Okay, it says the arranged output is under the for loop. Okay, here's the line of the for loop, the second line. Okay, the second line is this, means this is inside the for loop. You need to bring it out, hold shift and then press tab to bring it out. Okay, now it's out. Then the if statement should also come out, shift and tab. Okay, I think the issue should be solved. Let's run this again on main. Click on run. Okay, the program run but failed. Let's check again. This is how you begin to check all your code and see. You can copy this code. Okay, now ChatGPT has generated the right one. You can copy it and paste there. Okay, if you wish you can just copy this and paste there, but I'm just trying to show you guys how you can use ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT have reformatted the code in a way that it will pass all the problems. Okay, now I can copy this problem, I can copy it. I can copy all these problems and paste it on ChatGPT to check. Ctrl V to paste, then run the code. Here are the main issue to address based on the test failure. Spacing issue. Okay, just read all those things and then you can ask ChatGPT to solve the issue. It says spacing issues, the expected output in the test, just read them. Operator error message, length and dash. Okay, length and dash, test arguments handling, solution display, length and dash. Okay, let's correct the dash. The dash should be 1 2 3 4. Okay, I'm giving for space. The same thing, 1 2 3 4. The same thing here. 1 is here already, 2 3. Okay, sorry, let me be sure. 1 2 3 4. Okay, here 1 2 3 4. 1 is here already, 2 3 4. I think I'm done with the lines. Let's run again. The same failure. Let's check for the next failure. Let's say modify it. Now ChatGPT have modified it. Now what we have to do is to copy the code. It's the same thing, but rather ChatGPT just modified it. Okay, copy the code, Ctrl A to mark all of this and Ctrl V to paste the one you copied. Okay, it's the same thing. Arrange problems, problem in problems. Okay, as you can see, the same thing with what we wrote. Okay, if I click on run, okay, you can see it's now working. Okay, you can see it there, 10 passed. Okay, now this is how you can do this work and pass. Although what we wrote was correct, but due to maybe there might be indentation error or anything at all that might cause problems. Okay, that might cause your program not to run. Because of that, you might be stressing and then trying to solve the issue. Why the issue be so hard to be solved? Okay, now your code is correct, but maybe because of indentation, like you saw, like here before, I didn't add the quotes, and then it starts giving me the red line. Any slightly mistake you do will not allow your program to work. So the slight mistake can make your program not to work. So after writing your program and it still doesn't work, you can just copy the program and paste on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will modify it. Okay, your code is correct, not that you wrote a wrong code. Your code is correct, but some syntax, some procedure which you are supposed to follow, maybe you failed some of them, it will still give you an error message. Now I've written my program and then I have succeeded. Now the next thing is to submit this on freecodecamp. Okay, now on freecodecamp, down here it says solution link. Press your link here. Okay, now here is it. Just copy this link, press Ctrl C. I have copied the link. Then come to freecodecamp and paste the link. I've pasted the link and then click on I've completed this challenge. Okay, now submit. 1 out of 5. I have submitted that, and then it shows me this. I'm done. This is time calculator. Okay, you can see here, this is time calculator, the next project which we are supposed to write. Okay, follow me up if you want to see this. I'll be writing this right away and then I'll upload it there. I hope the link of this video will also be on the description of this video. The link of this time calculator, this project, will be on the description of this video I'm uploading now. Okay, thank you guys for being there. Please click on subscription button so that you will be notified whenever I do something like this. And then if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to receive a question from you. Okay, I'm a programmer like you. We are always happy to solve problems that has to do with programming. We are always happy to solve problems. If you have any problem that has to do with programming, just leave a comment section. Just leave a comment there. Leave a comment. I promise you I will reply you, and then I will solve the problem. I'll help you to solve the problem. I'll join hands with you to solve the problem. Okay, just leave a comment, and I will come back to the comments. Once I see the comments, I will reply you. And once you leave a comment, always be coming up to check if I have replied you. Okay, or if possible, you can leave a comment, and if you know you cannot be coming up to check, you can leave your email address. Okay, I won't ask you to leave your number because there is an open place. It's not that okay to leave. You can, if you wish to leave your number, okay, you can, but I prefer email address or WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you guys for being there. If you find this video helpful, please click on that like button. If you know that this video have helped you, click on like button, like my video, like the video. Then you can follow me up for more wonderful video like this. I will upload all the classes, all the projects that has to do with freecodecamp, all their projects. I will upload them here on YouTube. Okay, thank you guys and remain blessed.